In the previous video, I taught you how to structure your blog post. Now, this is where you can add your categories for your blog post for your blog. Yeah, you can add categories here under post. Now, for example, I want to add a post. I'll come here and add a post. Well, first of all, let's just write a blog post. Now, I'll go to my keyword sheet list. Let's say I'm done with other keywords, and I want to write an article on how do how long do. First of all, I usually go to Google and see what that article is about. Yeah. So I say, what's the lifespan of chargers? Okay, okay. I usually read through a lot of them, understand what they're about. Now, with this, I want to write. Now, let me show you a fast way how to write this using AI. Now, usually, it's important that you always ensure that you write it by yourself. But if you can't write it by yourself because of time constraint, let me show you how to use AI to write it. I'll come on here, and usually on the topic here, let me look at those blog and look at the similar. What's the lifespan of? Okay. How long does a phone charger last? How long is detailed guide? Okay. So I'll come here and I'll add it here. How long does how long do phone chargers last in Nigeria? In Nigeria. Now let me go to Google. Let me go and get some more keywords. Now over here, I've included the keyword. How long do phone chargers last? So set my language, my country, and let's see. So let's see the keyword that we receive here. So you can see here that how long do related. So I'll use this is a supporting keyword. I'll pick it up. How long do 5,000? I'll pick this up. Uh, this is not related to what we're writing, so I'll leave this alone. I'll pick this. I'll pick this. No, I've already taken something like that, so I'll not pick that. Now let's go over to ChatGPT is what I'll use. Now you can see how long do phone chargers last in Nigeria. Primary keywords. You can see I put the primary keyword, the secondary keywords. Now hit enter. This will give me a list of results. Now, what it should give me is a brief. With this brief, I'll take it to cloud. I'm afraid using cloud because cloud writes like a human being. So it writes relatable and we'll use it to write an article. Now look at the search intent here. The reader wants to know the typical lifespan of phone chargers, especially in Nigeria, and what affects their durability and how to extend their lifespan. So this is what you're going to be writing about. Who are your target audience? Nigerian mobile phone users who are experiencing frequent charger replacement, tech enthusiasts, gadget buyers, online shoppers in Nigeria. So I'll take this. You can see it's prepared something really nice, something really nice. So I'll look at this. If there's any question, if there is any short and punchy, so break up long, a whole lot of other things. So I don't know if there's any, maybe there's any section I need to replace. So I'll look at it. An expert in this because for you to be running an e-commerce store that sells chargers, it means that you know a lot about chargers, or probably you're just an expert. You have to be an expert in your field, in your niche. So I'll look at it, look at the aspects that I need to remove, take out. So where do I need to take out? And that's it. This article is really, really quality. The brief is okay. So what I'll do, I'll copy this brief. I'll come to cloud and I'll say use the content brief below to write an article for the topic this for a topic for the topic. Sorry. Okay. So let me first put in my brief. Yes. So I'll come here. What's the topic again? Let me copy the topic from here. Copy it from here. Come here and add it. Okay, so it's writing it for me, and boom, it's going to give us the answer. So it's already writing it. You can see here. Now, what you do here is you look at this. You can tell it to rewrite. Maybe you write a section. I can come here and say, I don't like this section. I can come here and say, improve this section. Come, I think it's still writing. That's why it's when it's done, then we can. So I don't like the structure of this. I don't like the structure of this. Don't like the way it's structured. It's too the texts are too bulky. And the AI world nowadays, we don't want to write articles that that look bulky. So while I give it an instruction, it's too bulky. So I want to break down the article in such a way that is okay. So while he's doing this, let me go over, let me show you something. Now, in the AI world, for you to AI, what are AI overviews? AI overviews is this section that usually is maybe, for example, this search. Let's see if it's in this area. This is AI overviews. You can see it here. So for your website, you can see that some websites are ranking here. For your website to be showing up here, you have to, these are the kind of things that should be in your article. Now, first of all, your article has to be short and punchy, like brief, like in such a way that um someone can pick out the meaning from it, not a bulky text. Now you can see here that these are the things that are included in articles that usually make them rank in AI overviews. You can say facts, stats, and data. Now this is a research done by MP Digital, one of the biggest digital marketing agency in the world. So this is unique research. That's research done by yourself. Comparisons, you should structure them in a table format. News, what's the news? Personal experiences, videos, images. So you always include images. I'll teach you how to create images using ChatGPT for your articles, case studies, others. So that's that for that. Let us see. Let us look at our article and look at what we have to do. So it's now looking too structured, which I'm not okay with. Okay, let us go back to what the previously wrote. So this is what the previously wrote. So we have to combine, just look at it. Now, this is the point where you copy it and start editing. So if you've ever wondered, no, what are the things you're looking at for when you're editing it? You also include your keywords. So what are the things you're going to include? You're going to edit, while you're editing this article, you're going to include your keywords. Now, if you've ever wondered, no, I don't like this article, this is not, you keep struggling, I'll use a hook, something that will hook the audience, make them continue writing. So, writing a blog post, writing an article blog is a whole course on its own. But I'm just trying to run you through just a fast way you can do it. But what we'll look at here is trying to ensure that we keep the user engaged and we optimize it for the best to Google will love it. Google bot will love it. So include our keywords, include our personal experiences. For example, there's a section here where it talks about how long do come in here. Now, include your expertise here. Do you have special expertise in making phone chargers last? You write it here. Now, where to buy durable. Now, this section is where you include your 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 you include your product, your own product. Now, where do you buy durable phone chargers in Nigeria? So instead of you saying find reliable chargers, no. Now you can buy reliable chargers in Nigeria from you can buy some of our reliable chargers. Now you cannot list your product and put a link close to it. Put a link. You list your product and encapsulate them with a link. So let's copy this blog post and let me practicalize this for you to see what I'm talking about. So I'll come here. Let me come here and use a new file. So so this is it. So when I come here, I'll now write maybe where to buy. So I'll remove this because I'm selling chargers myself. So So I'll include a link. I'll highlight it, then press Ctrl K. Now here I'll now include a link, copy the link to that product page and include them here for the various um articles. Now here over the article, the different articles. So when I come here, I'll break them down. So I will include what I think I will include. I'll include keywords. I'll look at where are my keywords. Are my keywords here? My primary keywords, my secondary keywords. Then I will also ensure that this article, there are no grammar errors. There are no grammar errors. Then I'll make it relatable to Nigerians. Edit every section, section by section. Editing should take you about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how long the article is. Now, instead of me leaving this blog post as lumpy as this, what I do is I break it down to sentences like this, just like this. It should be short and punchy. Short and punchy that someone can easily scroll through and read through. Just like this. I'll start breaking them down. How long should the charger last? Um, when we talk about how long the charger, we are often referring to the most vulnerable part of the charging system. Okay, how long should charging cables last? So the charging cable connects, yeah. Okay. Okay, but all these are too they are too bulky. I'll just make them short and punch, break this down such a way that is readable. Now, how do I internal link? For example, if this let's say this is a pillar post, what I will do now, this is another section. This, for example, is a section. I will now look for a place, an anchor text that will now write, okay, factors, several factors impact how long my channel lasts. So factors, I will include a link to the sub page. I said this is a pillar page. Include a link to the sub page. Yeah, so just like that, I come to the next section. For example, this is one. I'll now include a link somewhere like this. Copy it, Control K, and I'll include a link just like that. Link, 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 link. Now, real example. Now, this place is where you need to write your real example, real life examples. Now, this we saw here, you can see here that real examples, real life examples, and come real life examples shows up. So, if you have real life examples, you will most likely rank in AI overviews. The higher you rank in search results, the higher possibility of you getting clicks. Now, the same thing. So, we have added this. You can add unique, you can add facts, but you have to external link. Now, when you are done with this, after adding internal links, I've talked about adding your keywords. Look at every section, the keywords there, how where are your keywords included, and things like that. After after that, looking at it, then you include your external links, then break it up. Let it sound engaging with your own experience, engaging with your own experience, break and put in your experience in them. For example, let me just give an example. For iPhone chargers wondering how long phone users, the answer depends on now. Now you can see here that here is this is just an example of how you can add your experience. Now here in this authentic Apple chargers, I'll come here and include a link to my maybe my category, my product category for Apple authentic chargers. Now, for example, I include links, maybe stats that are not mine. Yeah, one of the things I will do is I have to link back to those stats, the owners of that stats, or I make a definition that I don't have on my blog. For example, what are phone chargers? Maybe phone chargers. I can now maybe link external links. Ensure you include external. Now, when you include external links on your blog post, what it tells Google is that this blog post is authoritative. It also tells Google that this blog post is authoritative. So include external links, include internal links, and then break up your text with images, a lot of images. lots of images. Always include lots of images. Images like real life images, images that you like created with ChatGPT and things like that. So let me ask ChatGPT create a featured image for create the featured image, create the usually you should tell it to include your brand colors. I don't know your brand colors. Tell it how to include your brand colors. This is for designers. I'm still professional designer, I'm just an SEO expert. Yeah, so but you should ensure that you can create featured image with this. Now this featured image is what we include. So let's, for example, we are done with this article. Let's say we are finished creating this article, we are finished editing it, standard. Now let's come here. I want to teach you how to upload it on your website. Come here, copy it. Now come to your blog. So let's see. Now add post. First of all, let me you can see that I've included the article. Now copy this title. Copy this title. So I'm trying to change it to I'll remove this. I'll remove this. I'll remove it as well. So I'll come here. Now I'm already done with okay, let me optimize it. Now I'll come here. What's the title? I'll look for I'll write meta title, just as I told you how to write meta titles. Write meta titles. Let me just write something here. I don't want to brainstorm a lot. Copy, let me copy this. Let me use this as my meta title. Now come here. I'll now write something short. Remember I told you to always write lifespan of phone chargers. This is more than 4 words, so it changes. Chargers. So I'll come here, write copy meta, just write a meta description as I told you. Let me come in. This is just an example. I've already taught you how to write this in the previous videos. If you're just watching this video, go and check out other videos, the previous videos on how to write meta description. I'll add the meta description. Remember my tips. So here I'll include my keywords. What are those my keywords? Copy them here. Our image is already ready. So I'll download it. Ensure that the colors used here are your brand colors. So I'll download this image. And where am I? And I include all the keywords. All the keywords that are necessary. So I'll come here. Okay, I think that's. Let me include my. It's okay. I look at my schema. I hope it's okay. Yeah. And come and check. I want to include. So typography. This is where I'll now set the size of my article. Yeah, I'll set the size of my article. How I want them to look like. So something just something a last year post. I'll add my featured image. So I'll upload it here. I can just upload. I can. You know how to upload images. You just upload images. Come here, upload images. Scroll down. Now ensure you break up your text with images. Include images that describe what they are about, and include alt text. Remember, I told you to always add alt text. Always add alt text. And don't allow your images to be named like this. Please don't allow it to be named like this. Properly name them. I'm just to finish up this video, and trying to prevent this video from being extremely long and self-featured image. So what else? Okay. You hit publish. When you are done, including ensure that everything is perfect, then hit publish. Now I don't have a blog on this website. You hit publish. Once you hit publish, it's live. Then you check out the article. So that is that for writing quality blog posts. Remember to include your internal links